Hello friends, how are you doing all? Let me know in the comments. And if you remember in our previous lesson, if you watch all my lessons, so one of my lesson we have learned how to use has, have, had. So in this lesson we are going to learn further part that how to use have been, has been or had been. So if you're interested and you want to know how to use this in your conversation or in your sentence, then please continue watching this lesson. So as we learned in our previous lesson, but one more tour, the difference between has, have or had. So had is always used for past. So had you can use for I, we, you, the singular plural. With any singular plural noun you can use had. But has or have, if the subject is I, we, you, they, plural noun, we use have. But if the subject is he, she, it or singular noun, then we use has. And had you can use he with he, she, it, I, we, you, they. With any singular or plural noun you can use had, which everyone knows. But the only difference between has or have is has we use with he, she, it or singular noun, and have we use with I, we, you, they or plural noun. So now let's see our sentence structure that we are going to learn how to use have been, has been, had been. So first sentence structure is subject plus have been, has been plus noun or adjective. So this sentence is called present perfect continuous tense. In this sentence we are going to learn, okay, if something, any work started in the past and is still going on in the present, then we use present perfect continuous tense. Or we put been, we use have been, has been. So we use have been, has been, we use been, especially been, when we want to describe a time period. So here something, any action or any work which is started in the past but is still continuing in the present, then we use have been, has been. So our sentence structure is subject plus have been or has been according to singular or plural noun, and then plus noun or adjective. Example, I have been working here for 3 years. Here we are showing that work is started 3 years ago in the past, and I still working in the present. So I am still working here. So I haven't left my job, I'm still here, I'm still working. So it means that I am showing a time period that I am working from 3 years. So work is started in the past, but I am still working here. So I have been working here. Okay. Let's see one more example. I have been studying in college for 2 years. So I took admission in the college 2 years back, and I'm still studying. I'm still in the college. I'm still a student. So I have been studying. If someone asked me, or if someone asked you how long you have been studying in this college, so I've been studying in this college for 2 years. So it's been a 2 years of my studying. I'm in this college. Okay, so it shows the time period that how long I am studying in this college, which shows that this action of studying started in the past 2 years back and it's still going on. It's still continuing. We can use present perfect continuous tense. So when we want to show or when we want to describe any action, any work that is started in the past but it's still going on in the present, it's still happening, then we will use present perfect continuous tense. We use have been or has been. Okay, so we use been with has, have or had to express a action or a work that is still happening, that is started in the past but is still going on in the present. Let's see one more example. He has been living here for 5 years. So he is or she is my friend. He is living here for 5 years. So he moved on to this city 5 years back, and then he is still living here in this city. So he has no plan to go. He has no plan. He still want to live here. because this city is good, this place is nice, and he still want to live here. He has no plan to go. He moved to this city 5 years back, and he is still living here. So he has been living here for 5 years. Here we are describing that he moved to this city when he moved to this city 5 years back, but he's still living here. So action is continuing in present. Then we use has been. Then we use present perfect continuous tense to describe any action that is started in the past is still continuing in the present. So he has been living here for 5 years. 5 years back he moved to this city, and then he is still here. He is still living here. He has no plan to go anywhere else. Let's see one example with has been. So she has been waiting for 2 hours. So she has been waiting for our friends for 2 hours. Why she is waiting for his friend for 2 hours? Because she's at the party, and she's waiting for their friends for 2 hours. She has been waiting for their friends for 2 hours, and she's still waiting their friends because their friends haven't come yet. So she is still waiting. Suppose a girl or a boy, they are at the party and they are waiting for their friends and it's been 2 hours. They are still waiting for their friend. So when their friends turn up, they ask where you have gone. Then I'm still waiting for you for 2 hours. I have been waiting for you. She has been waiting for their friends for 2 hours. So action is started in the past, but she is still waiting. She is still waiting for their friends because their friends haven't come yet. So she has been waiting for 2 hours. Now let's see a sentence structure for past. So when you want to describe an action that is started in the past and it went on but it ended in the past. In previous we learned that our action started in the past but it is still continuing in the present. But here we are going to learn that an action started in the past and it went on for a long time, but it ended in the past. So we can use this sentence structure while telling a story. That something happened in the past, it went on for a long time, and then it ended in the past. Okay. For example, let's take a previous example to understand better. I had been studying in college for 3 years. In previous example, we have learned I have been studying in the college for 2 years. That time I was in my second year and I was still a student. I was still studying in their college. But now what I am saying, I had been studying in the college for 3 years, but now I am not studying in the college. I took admission 3 years back. I studied there for 3 years. I got my degree. Now I am working. Now I am doing job. So I am not a college student anymore. So here I am telling a story that I had been studying in college for 3 years, but now I am not studying in the college. Now I am working. I am doing job. So this is how you can describe. This is how if someone asked you and you want to tell your story, you want to describe your story, that any particular work or action which is started in the past and it goes on for a long time, but then it ended in the past. Now you are telling a story that how long you have been studying in the college. So you can say I had been studying in the college for 3 years, but I am not a college student anymore. Now I am doing job. Okay. This is how you can use had been. One more example. It had been raining for many hours. So let's see. Let me tell you a story. When I was on my way back to home from office, from work, suddenly the rain started and it had been raining for many hours. Here I am telling you the story what happened yesterday. I am talking about yesterday. I am talking about an action which had happened in the past. So it had been raining when I was in the office and I was way back to home from work. That time suddenly rain started and it had been raining for many hours. So here I am telling you a story what happened yesterday when I was leaving my office. So it means rain started yesterday in the past and it went on many years, but now weather is clear. It means rain started in the past and it stopped in the past. It's not still continuing. Then we use had been. So something started in the past, it went on, and then it ended in the past. Then we can use had been to describe a story, to tell a story. Okay, so this is how we use had been, has been, or have been. The only difference between has or have is has is always used for singular noun like he, she, it, or any particular name, but has used for I, we, you, they. Here I is also singular, but we count I as a plural, so we use have with I. So this is how you can use has been, have been, or had been. Okay, if there is any problem, any query, you can ask your question in the comment section, and I have a little tiny homework for you, and you need to read all those questions and write all those answer of these questions in the comment section, and I will correct you if there is any wrong answer or anything wrong in your sentence. Until then, take care. Shining off. Bye bye.